What are you playing now?
Top of the morning. It's been live. Just playing games. Yeah. How y'all doing out there?
How y'all doing out there?
Yeah. Welcome to another edition of the hottest topics straight out of the harvest of Sound Boston. Speaker shootout slash everything else.
Rewind party.
Rewind party.
Meet a new friend.
Yeah. You know, just all kind of things. And let me stop saying yeah. But anyway, we are going to do a recap of day two. Day two. No Sounds of Harvest. It was a great day. It was a great day. You know,
yeah, it was some incredible things that happened yesterday. Some incredible.
Yeah. How was day two for you, Jeff?
It was, man, you know, of course, it's, again, it's the hallways, and my man Snoopy Doopy Doo over here going through the hallways, running into people. And y'all, Mike ran into a gentleman named Chris and his friend Josh, right? Chris and Josh. These guys work for InMusic. They were the engineers for Rain, Newmont, Denon. So everything you see coming out controller-wise, we had a conversation with the guy, one of the engineers from InMusic that creates all that stuff. As Snoopy was running around yesterday getting guests, and man,
doing my job.
He dropped some. I mean, he didn't share anything that's not public, but he hinted at some stuff that's coming.
That depends on perspective.
Yeah.
I mean, that
Rain 1X. Rain 1X. Well, he didn't say, but he didn't want to say, but he got a little red. Rain is coming out with some new stuff. Rain, another Rain 1, and enough, maybe some more improvements to Rain 4. But this is actually the guy that is designing and doing the test.
Yeah, he's the product director.
Yes.
He was responsible for the design and creation of the Newmark NS7-1, the first controller with movable decks.
Well, I mean, he was responsible for the first controller.
Yes.
Period.
Yes.
Yeah, but that one did have movable decks. So this guy's been in the game 40 years. So everything you see coming out, and I hope he watches or somebody tells him we need to tag him.
Yeah.
The whole time we're doing the interview, AJ is in the back of my head, hit me, ask this, Jeff, ask that. And we really didn't get to ask him a whole bunch of questions, but we have his info. He's going to come on, he's going to do a Zoom. Me and Michael, we're going to get to talk to him again. But man, I had so many questions, but he only had like 20 minutes. And man, that was fire. Fire.
Yeah. Hey, don't do that, Ray.
Yeah.
Stop.
Well, we was waiting for somebody to ask. I got my Harvest of Boston hat on, Harvest of Sound hat on this morning, but we will go ahead and
Ray, we're gonna have some choice words.
We will go ahead and get back in the festive mood, being that we in the black and the red today. We will go ahead and hit our Pepe Le Pew. Oui.
Day 3 of the tight hat syndrome.
Hey man, I told Mike the hats were coming, so I just wanted somebody to ask. Yeah, see, he said yeah. Oh no, we don't miss a hat day to the 26th.
So happy.
So happy.
Ray, I don't know what to say, but I appreciate you, Ray.
Yeah. Oh, I was waiting on somebody to say it, so now we're good.
Yeah.
So jingle. But
yeah.
Mike, what did you get from that conversation with Chris yesterday?
Well, before I knew who he was, I'm just saying I was really blown away, to be honest, because I had the opportunity to really have a conversation with his
business partner,
with his
cohort,
Josh, and Josh was talking about some things. He was showing me some things on the Rain 4, and I almost got convicted. I'm a movable deck guy, but he showed me some things on the Rain 4 that my heart skipped a beat a couple times.
Oh yeah, and see, I missed that because
Yeah.
I'm working or doing something, and
He's
running around.
Hey, and see, and this is the part that really. Good morning, KG. I've been worried about you, brother.
Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah, this is the part that really just chaps Jeff high.
What?
Because you always talk about how I get lost and where are you, and how I end up in hallways and talking to people, and he's like, "Where was I at?" So while he's
manning the
business,
station, yeah.
Hey, whatever, tomato.
Yeah.
While he's doing his thing, I bumped into someone that had had a T-shirt that said rain. So I asked questions. I'm like, I said, are you with Rain One? I mean, with Rain?
Yeah.
He said, yes. I said, wow. I said, I'm a Rain guy.
A really good friend, a really good business partner would do this. Jeff, come over here. This is where I'm at. But do you ever do that?
Oh. So are we being honest?
Yes.
A really good friend would have said, hey, I'm on a business call.
On a business call? What are you talking about?
I didn't know where you was at. You disappeared on me.
No, I was right here.
No.
Mike, I was right here. When you and Chris walked back in, where was I at?
No. Me and Josh's conversation happened before Chris.
Okay.
So let's get our times together.
Okay. But no, it's good. I'm glad you went and got it. Whatever you did, your reconnaissance, but
I know it.
Just like in Chicago.
We want to have a 2-hour video.
I'm looking for you, and you somewhere in the bowels of a hotel.
Hey, they pulled me in. I got pulled out.
I'm going down here. You want to come see this with me? That's the new rule, okay?
Hey, I was walking. I had tunnel vision, and I was going to where you were, and somebody grabbed me. Hey, come here. Let me show you something.
Was it right?
No, it was his wife.
Oh, okay.
Hey, come here. Let me show you something. Hey, have you seen such and such? And I was like, but no, come on.
Hey, that's a good thing, man. But you
I'm an
don't
investigator.
call me Brian Gumbo.
I gotta get the show. I gotta get the news, bro.
Yeah, but the bad part is we gotta hear it again because you don't bring me with you.
Hey, but I brought back good news.
Yeah. But y'all, that's gonna be one. It's too short. It's not enough. AJ was on my mind. I wanted to dive in, but he only had 20 minutes. But to know that we actually got connected to the guy who created the first controller.
Oh.
Set up the first connection with Serato, because Serato was just going to be turntables only, and they reached out to Serato and got Serato to put Serato in that new one, the first new one.
Yeah, and that's 7. Yeah, that's 7-1.
So man, you talking about?
He dropped so many gems.
Yeah.
What's up, Mario? What's up, Daniel?
And I want to say this because we're all guilty. Most of us who want to have moving platters don't understand it's not about us.
Yes, because he shared something with us. Because I, for one, was beyond mad about the Rain 4.
Yeah, no moving platters.
Not having moving platters. And what they explained, because Josh had explained that to me first.
Yeah.
Sorry about you missing out on the conversation.
It's okay. I'm used to it. They
were saying that what did he say? After the 90s?
Anybody after the 90s has never touched a moving platter.
Yes. So
if you got in after the 90s, you don't even know you don't even know what it is. And 99% of the guys that are DJing, he said that most of their products are tested in Europe with the European DJs, and they know absolutely nothing about moving platters.
Yeah. And
so if you want moving platters, you're in a special category because they don't sell. They said the Rain 1 was big, but it's not. Rain 4 is killer.
Well, they said Rain 1 was big, but they made that for a particular set of DJs. And it was DJs that were accustomed to turntable.
Yeah, so
they made that with one goal.
So if you have a Rain 1, you might want to wrap it in some gold.
Yeah, hold on to it.
Yeah.
But
because it's going to be worth some money.
Well, it's going to be worth some money, but I will say this because, there was some information just jumping out.
Yeah.
And, I was told you know, I was told, I don't know if that's the number.
Yeah, we don't know what it's gonna be
But
called.
I was told, just hold your horse.
Yeah.
You might be surprised.
Everybody that was disappointed with the Rain 4 without moving. But I don't, if it's not viable for them to do those if it's not selling.
Yeah. Well, you know what I asked? I asked this question. And I said,
Maybe.
Josh, why can't you make a Rain 4 that has two options, movable decks and static decks?
What did he say?
He said, well, when you think about that, it has to be, constructed differently because we have to dig deeper.
It would cost probably $3,000.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying, whatever the cost is,
you
that option would be wonderful.
But it would price them out of the market with some stuff. Because you want that, but you don't want to pay $3,000 for to have the option, do you?
Oh, yeah. Well, hey, it just depends. I'm just saying
So you want a $3,000 Rain 1?
Hey, they got some $5,000, $6,000 LDs in there that you've been fantasizing about. So really? Yeah.
But
I think I heard you in your sleep, LD.
I'm gonna be realistic though. I'm not gonna pay $7,000.
Jeff, we always say we be
I know.
And then when we pull the lever on the sale, then you want to make up an excuse why you did.
Check it out. Because my boy was talking to me yesterday. He said, "Man, don't you want to take these LDs home with you?"
See, I didn't even know about that conversation.
He said, "I don't want to take them back with me. You want to take them home with you?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'd love to take them home with me. But where am I gonna sleep on these? Because if I come home and spend $5,000 on speakers, I got some problems."
Oh, yeah,
But no, man, that was. Yeah, well, we're gonna drop. We'll drop Tyler's interview.
Yeah,
the founders. We'll drop theirs first, and then we'll drop Chris's. But man, to sit and actually talk to the guy who is responsible for creating most of the controllers. I love my Rain 1, especially with stems implanted. Yeah. And it's been some stem situations up here that have been magnificent.
Oh, yeah. We've seen some DJs that has. I'm talking about totally stemified.
Performance.
Yes, I'm talking about it was nice. It's been very gratifying.
Let me ask you, Daniel made a statement. Do you feel like your Rain 1 is heavier than like your other controllers?
Well, the moving, anything that has a moving
platter
is going to have more weight because the static decks.
Yeah, it's just sitting on.
Yeah, it's you just got a piece of plastic.
Yeah, sitting on
a smaller motor. Yeah. There's a motor that's involved more than likely to some extent. But maybe not.
But y'all, we didn't know. We should have kidnapped Chris. We should have put him in the room. We shouldn't have let him leave.
Don't say words like that.
Yes, I'm being totally honest. Because man, I could have talked to that guy for 8 hours yesterday. I mean,
I'm gonna tell y'all something real funny. First day interview, young Jeffrey. Hey Mike, you holding them too long. We got to keep these interviews under 15 minutes. We got to do this. So we interviewed this gentleman, Kevin Pitts, Mr. Kevin Pitts. He has been in the industry for 47 years. Young Jeffrey wanted to just keep talking.
No, I did. I was good.
No. He went beyond that mark. Did I hear anything like, hey, Mike, we went too long? He wanted to keep talking. I had to stop him. And then with Chris has to go. He's steady trying, but I have more questions. I need to know more.
Man. But just think what we had sitting in our midst right here, man.
I know, but I'm just trying to get you to understand. There is no time when it comes to information sometimes.
I know, yeah.
The information is good, and we have to get the information.
Yeah. So, we made connections, so we're good. And prayerfully, all y'all start praying that me and Mike get on the list to get products. So if there's something new that comes out,
Yeah, we have.
I told him, I said,
we're going to
hey,
have that conversation
Yeah.
with Mr. Chris.
Yeah, I said, you don't have to send 2, you can send 1.
It doesn't matter.
You can even send it to Mike's house. I don't really care.
It doesn't matter. We're going to be on the list.
Yeah. So
2 DJs, 1 mic,
one control,
on the list.
1 control. Yeah. Oh man. Yeah.
It's the blacklist. It's the list. It's the whatever. It's a list.
So okay. So what else did you get? Oh man. I didn't get to hear it because again I'm working or doing something. And no, I think I had to talk to a client or I was on a meeting. But Ben Stowe's presentation yesterday.
Yeah.
Did you have a man cry?
Any buzz about any new speaker drops? Yes, there is a lot of buzz about speaker drops. I'm coming back to being.
Pioneer has a bunch of new stuff. LD, nothing really from EV. They didn't really have anything new. No drops on speaker drops.
Yeah.
Nah, just seeing different stuff like LDs and the RCF, different cabinets and different things. And Pioneer is trying to make it run into the powered speaker thing, but.
Yeah.
Nah, no real speaker drop information. I didn't hear anything. Nobody. I guess if he's still here, we can ask him. But we didn't ever get a chance to pull the EV guy aside. But maybe we can pull him aside today and talk to him.
Well, a good thing is also we're going to have the Pioneer guy on.
Yeah, we're trying to get Jay on this morning. Yeah.
Well, he already said yes.
We're trying to get Jay on today. So yeah. They say yeah, but the thing is, it's running.
I'm going to get Jay.
I know you got to run folks down. So we're laboring to get Jay. We're going to try to get an EV guy on if we can. And but
that EV guy is still here.
Hey, we need somebody to come with us. We need a third wheel because our producer's never coming. We need somebody to go gather people and get us. Because Mike don't need to do it. He gets lost.
Shots fired.
Mike will get lost. So we need
who has the hardest knocking sound for 2024? From what we heard, KG, they had different categories. We were blown away by some things that we saw, but LD column 44. Man,
it's like it pick you up and float you around the room. That thing sounds so good, man.
The bass filled the room.
Yeah,
I'm just saying every time
it's like a warm leather. It was like a warm, hot. You jump in a warm tub. It was just that speaker was.
Yeah. You know how you sit on one of the big couches and it's like it hugs you. Every time that bass hit, it was like, like you just felt like you were secure.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
No, that LD, yeah. Man. But we also had an interview with the gentlemen that are responsible for doing, the sound test.
Mm-hmm. And they're going to publish it.
The speaker shootout.
Yeah, the speaker shootout. They're going to publish everything soon.
Yeah, but we talked with Bill Stowe and Lou Paris. And there's an interview that we had with them that we will be dropping in the near future as well. If
you can click that link, depending on where you're at, that was the beast of the show, the LD 44G. Man.
Yeah.
But like I say, a set of those things is $6,790. So if you Big Willie styling.
Yeah, and they had them on sale for a whopping $5,700. So
what you say?
Whopping.
So that was the beast. We posted. If you go in 2 DJs 1 month, either way. Did you post it? I posted. You can go across talk. There's a video of the first shootout with a EV30, EV30. What's the other one? J8 or J8, and then an LD 28
something.
And then the other star of the show
was the
JBL Eon 2.
Yeah, and the only thing that was that turned me off is when I was made aware that they had to do a lot of tweaking to get it to sound like that.
It don't matter.
Well, I'm just saying, with the tweaking, it sounded great.
Man.
But I'm just saying, am I willing to sit there and play and do all of that
Well,
to tweak?
Keith, let me answer your question. It's like going to McDonald's and having dinner or going to Papa's. That's what the LD44 was. It's like a steak from Papa's versus a steak from Texas Steak Roadhouse.
Mm-hmm.
Or from, what's the name of it? One of the buffets. It's so smooth that you don't even really know it. It's like a warm feeling in the room. It was so smooth. It just goes around you in the whole room. They turn them things on and it's like, wow.
It had a good sound, and it's different when you hear all of the speakers side by side.
Yeah,
You
can say whatever you want to, but then when you put them up against each other, because the second set was Evolve 50, the LD28, the LD something in the middle, and then RCF Evox 12, and then the D44, the LD44, and the EV held its own, nice, crisp, good feeling. The other little LD, it didn't do nothing in that category. It shouldn't have even been in there. And then that RCF that Evox was hitting hard. But then when he turned on the LD for number 4, when he raised his hand, oh my gosh.
Like, oh
my gosh.
Oh.
Yeah. But for that price, it should be nice.
Yeah, it should. Yeah. And it has a digital readout on the back.
Mm-hmm.
And I have pictures. And forgive me, guys. There's just been so much going on. I have pictures. I have video. I just haven't had the opportunity to really share anything. Hopefully, I'll have some time today.
Really?
As
you snoop through the hallways.
I'm chasing leads.
I know, I'm chasing leads.
I'm chasing leads.
But what else? Okay, now let's get to the Ben stuff. So we got to interview Ben and Lou yesterday to talk about the shootout. So we got to interview with all the breakdowns on the shootout and numbers. And they refused to pick a winner.
Refused.
I understand. But
yeah, they have no dog in the fight.
No dog.
They still refuse to tell us what they think.
Yeah. So
and they said something that makes a lot of sense. It depends on the situation. It's very situational.
Yeah.
And what's conducive for that speaker? Are we in a atmosphere
that's good for that?
That's good for that particular speaker. And one question that I asked was, were the speakers living up to specs? And one thing that they made us aware of, those specs are based on a controlled environment, in regards to how they test it. Yeah. And if you're not in that controlled environment, then those numbers are going to be skewed.
Yeah. So we don't want to give everything away with the interview, but it was really deep in detail on the use of speakers and all the things that they know about using good, proper speakers and test and leveling everything up to 0 and setting it on a certain and testing it and getting a true feel for it. Because that's a great room. That's a nice size. Probably a room that would hold 150 for a wedding, maybe 300. The room we did the test.
I would say about 125.
125, somewhere in there. So that's where we tested them in a room that would hold about that many. And I went and sat in the back of the room where I couldn't see for a while, just to listen.
Young gummy.
I don't want to see. I just want to hear.
Yeah, I want to feel.
I want to feel it. And that 44 was just warm, just tingling. And then that JBL, that little JBL was like, hey, pay attention. Look at me. Look at me. I got my big boy pants on. And then you find out it's battery operated too. Come on, man. And the storage, you pop everything into one little case on the speaker.
It almost fits in your glove.
Yeah. It was small. I don't even think it might have been an 8. I don't even know if it was a 12.
It was, you know what? It was smaller than the K8.
Yes.
It was smaller than the K8.
Yeah, man. That thing was
QSC K8s.
yes, it was wonderful.
Yeah, I got to get the model of that, and we need to post
Eon
2.
Yeah, Eon 2.
And there was something else, but we're gonna post that. But one of my takeaways yesterday from the recap was with Ben Stokes, hearing his story. He's the owner of NFLXPro.com. And I'll put that in the comments. NFLXPro.com. And hearing his story, they've been in business for over 30 years. And this is a guy that is totally about the DJs. And it was good seeing that he was a DJ. And this guy, I didn't know Ben. Did you know Ben was a DJ?
I didn't know Ben. Well, I figured everybody in this business has
seeing that, I'm talking about his setup. He made his light out of coffee cans.
Yes.
You know, and he showed a picture of his light show. And I'm looking at this like, man, that is a nice light show. But it was made out of coffee cans
and old wire lights people had thrown out.
Yes. He took things that people threw away and made something.
So we would just say Ben is a genius.
Yeah. Oh, he's a very intelligent guy. You know, and he frequently uses the word nerd. You know, not in an offensive way toward himself, not in a joking way, but in the manner of accepting who he is.
Yeah.
And that's one of the big problems that I think many of us have. Can you actually accept who you are and be comfortable with that without feeling like you have to live up to a certain standard to be accepted? When the only acceptance or the initial acceptance needs to be what you accept in yourself, because it makes it hard for the world to accept you if you can't be yourself.
You know what? And we never know anybody's story, so you don't know. We never knew. I think I had heard it, but I have forgot it. But like I say, Ben's story about being homeless and, you know, getting out and living
in high school, you know, and working. His parents his babysitter was a TV repair guy. So he spent a lot of his time at a TV repair store. So that's where he got bit by the electronic bug.
Yeah.
You know, and he started to play with it. He started to do different things. But once they started the company, you know, shortly thereafter, and he said this. He talked about that it said that the number 13 is bad luck, and he showed that every 13 years that he had some type of situation. He said he don't know, but it seemed like that. 13 years go by. You know, their company is, you know, bellied up. You know, they're going down. You know, he got people that, you know, he needs to get payroll out that have mortgages. You know, he was totally broke, and he asked, you know, the creditors and everybody to stay. And he said he didn't lose not one worker, one person that worked. Some of the creditors ran and tried to leave him for dead. And then he said he had to ask his wife to quit her job, which was the only income at that time that they had coming in, to be the accountant.
Wow.
You know, and just hearing that, you know, their struggles, it just makes you think about this. You know, it's easy to live when everything is good. But when life knocks you down, do you have the courage to get up and keep fighting
for another day? Yeah.
You know, for what you believe in, what you love, will you get up and fight? And just hearing his story, just, you know, it made me have that much more respect for him and who he is. And I had a conversation with him following that, and I told him, I said, I told him I appreciate hearing the story, and how it's a little teary for a lot of people in the room because I'm just saying it's touching.
I know.
And the thing that we forget more often than not is, man, we are human beings and we are laced with emotion.
Yeah.
And we forget about that part. And a lot of us men, we attach, okay, if you are emotional in any form, we attach that as, or we define that as a weakness.
How did I know we would get into wellness somehow?
Wellness.
It is wellness.
I'm just saying, but we look at that as weak.
Shame instead of a badge of courage.
And for me, man, I'm a human being.
Yeah.
And if a person thinks that I'm something because I may share some emotion, please don't cross that track. Because, yes, I have emotions, but I'm still a man. But anyway, I told him, that another part of that story for me was seeing that no one left.
Yeah.
His employees, they stayed and fought with him, said something about who he was and is as a person.
And today, yeah.
And just the brief interactions that I've had with him, man, I'm like, man, this is a good dude, man. This is a great person. Not only is he smart as hell, but he has a good heart.
Yeah.
Even though he lived in one of the coldest places known to man, and he invited Jeff, I don't want to go, Ben. Cold weather is like kryptonite to me.
Mike.
Yes.
Don't kill the golden goose.
Hey,
okay?
I'm just saying.
I understand what you're saying, but
hey, I'm just saying that part of our friendship.
I have to go be the sacrificial lamb.
Yeah, I'll send Jeffrey.
I'm going too.
It's too cold. I'll go in the summer.
Yeah, I'm going.
But he was saying that if it doesn't snow there,
it could cause problems.
It will cause major problems because their wells would freeze and that would bust their pipes. Yeah. So they have to have snow there.
And cold.
Man, isn't it amazing how things balance out? But
nature.
With that said,
yeah,
I don't want to be a part of that balance.
So what else can we talk about from yesterday?
Rachel, DJ Rachel.
Yeah.
She gave a great presentation on blogging, and she said something that was it was breathtaking. Let me find the quote. And I really liked it. I'm not going to touch much on it. I'm just going to make the statement. And she told everybody, stop DJing for other DJs. In short, what she was saying, because she was speaking in reference to social media. You know how you have some trolls out there, or these cyber bullies, or social media bullies that say you got a DJ, he's posting some of his work and mixing or whatever. You have so many people out there, these trolls, that they always have something negative to say. Always have something negative to say and telling you what you should and shouldn't do as a DJ. When they have nothing to bring to the table outside of negativity.
Yeah.
she was stating, stop listening to them, stop DJing for them.
Stop worrying about
Be
people.
you.
Yeah, because you're playing for your client. You're not playing for those
Yeah.
other DJs. Who cares if they want you to play 20 slides in a row? Play the slides. If they want you to do handstands on your controller, stop worrying about what they're saying. You got certain things we definitely need to worry about, but I mean, just musically and this, that, and the other. You're not playing for them. You're playing for your
Not
client.
at all.
Yeah.
Hey, it's about your client. And let me ask you this question, Jeff.
Yeah.
Ratio
what?
I'm about to ask you.
Uh-oh.
How many?
Let me flip it over. Flip it over.
Flip your
I'm finna graduate. Okay.
How many DJs to clients have hired you? What's the ratio?
Wow, probably less than 1%.
Exactly.
Yeah, so stop DJing for your buddies or worrying about they saying because
I'm just saying it. Yeah, if it's different, like I'll say this: if KG is still on, KG is one of my closest friends, one of my childhood friends, for over 40 years.
Mm-hmm.
One of the people that I consider to be a big brother to me.
Mm-hmm.
When I drop a reel or he drop a reel, we talk about things. We give each other advice, constructive criticism that's not coming from a place of hate, jealousy, envy, none of that. We lift each other up.
Mm-hmm.
No, when we talk about things, it's not a pull down show, it's a lift up show.
Yeah.
So
we might say some things that people get offended by, but the truth is real.
Well, when you're telling the truth from a place of truth, from a place of respect and things of that nature, that's a different story.
Yeah.
But when it's coming from, a place of hate, man, you can't listen to those people.
No.
You gotta, because contrary to belief, for those of you that came out of the womb as grade A DJs, so the lie that you tell. We all started somewhere and we had to get better. Not saying that some things you found that were easier for you. When I first started, I found that scratching was easier for me. Some people, mixing or beat juggling is easier for them. That doesn't mean that you came out as a pro. You learned to get better and better with work.
Yeah.
So stop acting like you started, you came out
like this.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's your kid?
That's not reality.
Valedictorian.
Yeah, we all had to practice and put in the work to get to where we are at.
Practice.
Yes. And the unfortunate thing is many of us forget about that part of our journey. Yeah. And we talk so ugly to people. So guys and people, guys and girls, men and women, stop DJing for other DJs.
Woo. Yeah. And just because,
I'm sorry for going on that.
No, you good. That's what it's all about. That's why we have a show. There's nobody here telling us or in our ear to say, hey, stop and move on to the next topic. There is someone type, but we do have to be mindful of time on certain things. But but there's
don't you dare sit there and try to clean up that foolishness. Don't you dare. Yeah, I knew it. I said, look at him over there. Bait switch.
Well, sometimes we have to be.
It ain't no way else.
We have to be respectful of clocks. Of the clock.
Hey, Mike, the clock don't matter on this one. I gotta get my answer. I gotta get my question. You want to tie me
I just wanted to give him
and put him in the freezer.
Yesterday, I wanted 30 seconds for each answer. Give me a quick answer, and let's move on to the next one because I got so many questions.
You wanted to put the man in one of those little chambers that you wanted to put the man on ice.
I sure did. I'm not even gonna lie.
I'm gonna feed you, Chris, but I got to get this.
Chris, we need to talk. Because man, that's the guy who started it all.
Hey,
I know.
Aren't you grateful that we got to talk to him?
Yes.
We didn't even know he was
even
here.
if it was just 5 minutes, it was so great to hear that. I came up with the first NS, the first control. We reached out to Serato and combined the two.
Yes.
And that's like, wow.
When
I'm
he
the
was
guy.
talking,
I'm on the team that makes the decisions about the rain. I'm looking at all the data. We're interviewing the young DJs. This is why you're not getting moving platters. And I wanted to ask about, okay, why doesn't every controller come with an auxiliary in, 2 microphones? I mean, I had questions. AJ was, I promise you, AJ had called me and he was on the phone asking this, asking that. So all I could think about was AJ, man. But I really appreciate Chris coming on and giving us his information. And now we have the connection. Yeah. And trust me, he will be back on. We might have to do a 2-hour show live. Just get him in. Chris, wherever you're at, we'll buy you dinner. Here's a gift card. We're going to send some Uber Eats to your house. Eat, but you need to come on and just be ready to go for about 2 hours.
Well, yeah, I like that.
You know it.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying, the thing is this. I'm going to just put it out there. I'm being a realist in the situation. You the one living, you took a trip to, I ain't going to say Jerry's World. You went, hey, a tattoo, you got another room? But
well, hopefully, just think about this, man. We could get invited to the factory and actually get to see this stuff. He mentioned some stuff like that,
Hey,
inviting us up to test products.
That's going to happen, Jeff.
Hey, and that would never have happened if we wouldn't have been here in this moment. And I thank you for being Snoopy and going and finding folks.
Yeah, and when he was sitting there talking and you was asking him questions and I saw you just coming unraveled, I was just saying to myself, yeah, thank you, Jeff. Thank you, Jeff.
Well, you know me, I want to give it to our audience.
They don't get it. We got to get it first.
I know. I want them to be able to hear it. And man, just think if we would have been doing it live yesterday, people could ask questions.
Yeah. Well, I'll say this here, in all honesty. We joking and laughing, but in all honesty, these are some of the things that you miss when you don't come to these conferences.
Yeah. Or when you don't network. Or when
you never know who you may bump into and what door they can walk you through.
Yeah.
So again, I want to thank Tyler, Lou, and Chris.
They have been the most gracious of hosts.
And for providing us.
Whatever we need, here it is. You guys need chairs, need the internet, you need this. Hey, send a guy back there to make sure they got internet hooked up for the room. Tables set up for us every day, already ready to go.
And we're grateful.
If we're coming to your show, hint.
We're grateful.
We're
Tyler,
grateful, Chris,
and Lou, because you guys are setting the bar.
Yeah. So
and you're showing us ways that this can be done.
Mm-hmm.
And not just done, you're making everyone aware that we're here.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm talking about Tyler is pulling people and bringing them to the room.
Yes.
Hey, go in there. You need to go in there.
So he takes Chris, the host of the whole entire show, off the stage and bring him back here.
Yes, and we almost made him, we did. Yeah, he was late
to go introduce somebody else back on stage.
So,
but that's the kind of host they've been. They made sure. Yeah. Now, I will say I have to throw this in, not to knock anybody, but someone did make sure that I got to talk to Rudy.
Oh, hey, I would say this for me, and the one thing, every situation is different, and I appreciate every situation because we're dealing with people, and we're dealing with people. Those people see things and do things differently.
Yeah,
and I can appreciate them for how they do what they do, and I'm grateful. But in this moment right here, I'm grateful for everything that has taken place.
Tyler, Chris,
and outside of us being here, with, taking 2 DJs and 1 mic on the road, guys, people, man, you have no idea of what you're missing by not attending these type of events. This is something that's education based, that's social based, and they both you need those things. You need the education. You need to be able to socialize and build relationships with people that are in the same industry that you're in, that can help you to see things from a different perspective. I enjoy being able to sit and listen to other guys DJ and just, them sharing with us how, they process the information and relaying that information to us. I appreciate that. The silent disco that we listened to, we were able to listen to 3 different DJs on 3 different channels. I enjoy it.
Yeah, and just a different style of DJing.
I enjoyed it. Yeah. I'm just saying,
how we do it back in Texas, Mississippi.
Yeah. Oh, I'm talking about they fed, when I started DJing or when hip hop came out and was just in your face, it was New York based. It was East Coast based. So we got some East Coast yesterday and I enjoyed it.
Yeah. And then before we forget, we got to see Scratch Bastard last night.
Oh,
and that
Scratch,
was, man,
he
another level.
He's a fool with it.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Between the legs.
Yeah.
He was.
Yeah, no, he put on a great show.
My favorite part of the thing last night is when he broke in Flashlight and he turned the mic around and did like this.
Oh yeah.
That was cool.
Yeah.
I'm a Funkadelic fan to the.
Oh yeah, he is. He
is
some funk. He didn't just go one.
Yeah, he
I'm talking about he went on a little funk, escapade.
Yeah.
I'm talking about he went all the way around. House, hip hop, West Coast, East Coast, UK. Oh, that UK artist that he played. I gotta find that song.
Yeah, that was
Man, that was nasty.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, people, we've been here for a minute.
47.
Yeah, I know it. Yeah.
But
now you don't want to count time.
No, not at all.
Yeah. I'm telling you, my constituent, my pal, my road dog. I ain't gonna call him a new boy, but he's familiar with that term. He can identify with that.
Is that why you make me push the cart down here every day?
Oh, come on. Really?
Is that why I push the cart every day?
I'm happy.
I'm your new boy now.
Oh my God. I am not a slave master.
I know, but yeah, no. It has been really good, man. We will definitely, of course, we've already been invited back, but
we got a room. We got a seat at the table.
Yeah. But no, it's been good. Day 3, they're getting ready to kick off now. Probably.
Yeah, we gotta go. I gotta go.
Do some reconnaissance.
Yeah.
Make sure we get our interviews lined up for today.
Yeah. I'm going to.
But if you have any questions, hit us with a text. Hit us on our page, or
hit us on the main line.
Yeah, hit us somewhere if you want us to ask anything. But there was no winner to be announced for the shootout. They're going to put out a report.
We couldn't get the answers out of it.
And you'll get to look at the report and see how everything performed, or if they met the specs, or if they came up to specs. Again, Scratch Bastard was off the charts. Lou did his thing on the turntables last night.
To his music locked up, everything locked up on Lou.
Wow.
That's why he finished with "I'm the Magnificent."
I'm the Magnificent. Yeah, that's
that was my jam.
Yeah.
It was.
He dropped some classics too.
Oh man, he dropped some.
And man, it takes a lot. Like everybody said, Tori said it best. It takes a lot to get in front of.
Your peers.
A room full of DJs. And get on stage and perform.
Oh man,
but y'all know who's performing next year? He's gonna perform. I know I'm supposed to play in Chicago this year during lunch. We're gonna get you in here next year. You're gonna get up.
Oh yeah, it's my goal to perform.
To get on the stage.
Yeah. Oh.
And you have the inside track, so you know.
Oh, I just haven't had that conversation. I didn't get to have it last night.
I know.
I'm going to have the conversation.
Yeah, I know you are. I know. But It's been a great week, man. I'm so glad we came because I was kicking and screaming. I really didn't want to come to this cold place.
But anyway,
and since we had been in Chicago, I was like, okay, we
Yeah.
did it. But then Tyler was like, y'all coming? Yeah,
Hey,
we coming.
we got to.
We coming. So we're here. So, but we'll get ready to put some things in place that'll make sure that we're everywhere we want to be and, over the top. Banners mailed, everything already there. We getting ready. And when we go to Max, it's gonna be over the chain, y'all. We're taking our own producer, photographer, videographer with us. So everything will be captured. Me and Mike will not have to, all we can do is answer y'all questions, do everything. He's gonna take care of everything. He's gonna follow us around and just, we're
gonna have a street team.
And we're gonna have we were given a full booth, and my wife she said that to me last night. She said, I was looking at the thing, some email came, I looked on there and it said 2 DJs and 1 mic.
Yeah, y'all a little booth.
So hey, but we're grateful, man. Rob, just for that guy to think enough of us after one conversation to invite us, waive all kind of fees, and say, hey, I want y'all at the show, and I'm going to make sure that you get to interview people.
Yeah, it's going down. So I'm going to say one last thing. And we're gonna get
That's
out
what
of here.
You say all the time. But go ahead.
Yeah. Tomato.
Yeah.
It was really good being in a room full of DJs and seeing other DJs perform for the DJs, because it was like we were at a party.
Oh, yeah.
And it wasn't nobody not supporting. Everybody was supporting.
Oh, yeah.
No matter what the skill level was, there was support. We had a guy that came up and blessed us with a all vinyl set. All vinyl.
We forgot to even talk about that, but that was so cool, man.
Yeah, all vinyl set.
No laptop, no nothing, just straight. And what Tori said, he was everything. He was the cue.
Yeah, he said he set up his cues, browse.
Browser. He was everything.
Yeah.
He was his own library.
Yes. He set up his own, digital crates or manual crates. But no, it was cool. It was really cool. But thank you guys again for joining us for another hottest topics, but / recap day 2. Harvest of the Sound, Boston. So thank you guys again. Y'all have a wonderful day.
Hold on, Mike. Keep talking.
And just remember, man, know your plans to be at one of these shows. Get the education. If you want your business to be better, we have to be willing to do better for our business. And this is one of those things that will be great. Education.
Yeah.
Education trumps all.
And my last final comment, next conference for 2 DJs, 1 mic is February. I can't remember the dates. Mobile Entertainment Expo, get your tickets, come learn with us.
Yeah, and we have a code. We will be posting that code sometime next week. We have a code. We have all of the information. So we
want to take at least 10 DJs to every conference we go to.
Yeah.
So Daniel, we expect to see you again next year. Yeah. James, I know you're supposed to be going to Chicago.
KG.
Yeah, I'm convicting you. I'm calling you out. Yeah.
Mario.
Anybody.
Y'all need to be on that train.
Go get some of this knowledge.
Yeah.
All right.
Peace. We out of here. Yeah, you want to take us out?
No.
Hand movement.
No, it's okay. No, it's good.
No, go ahead. Hand movement. Oh.